Good morning, going on daily. Good morning,
morning.
Luannah.
Hi.
It's exciting. We have got an exciting show for you today. Let's go. Yeah, Ron in the background. He's hiding out. Let's go. So yeah, what an exciting show today. And we're jumping right in. So off to the races with Galiano Island.
Galiano Island. I'm
Yeah.
right up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got a picture of Mushroom Rock there. Awesome. In
Mm,
the graphics. Good job, Ron.
mm.
That is one of the main sightseeing places for Galiano, but you can only get there by boat. You can't get there by walking.
Oh,
And you can see the side of it, but the rock is like this huge mushroom, and it's got, because of the type of rock it is, it's got these indentations. They look like alien writing. It's really cool. It's really it's like
wow.
honeycombed rock, right? And it's one of the most beautiful places. And I made a slide here in the background, or a virtual. So up here under the Galiano Island. So first off, we're in British Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
So we're a small island just off of the shore of the mainland of Vancouver. We're just a 55-minute ferry ride away, and a direct ferry, which is great because a lot of the other ferries are milk runs. So they take 2 to 3 hours to get to the other islands. So it's a direct shot from the city. And Galiano has always been more of a hidden island up until recent years, and it's still relatively hidden. Still, people don't really, not a lot of people know about it. But one of our key restaurants, which has become world famous, is called Pilgrim, and they
Oh,
do farm to table dining, but the a la carte, the really high level. So
that's awesome.
so they got featured in Air Canada a few years ago.
Mm.
And then, boom, we've been flourishing ever since. It's an incredible
Oh,
place. And they put us on the map, even though we're still relatively hidden. We only have
mhm.
1,000 people that live on the island. So we don't even have a bank.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty, we're still really back in time. And the development is really held at a certain point. So you
Mm,
still get raw forestry. You get
mm,
raw nature everywhere you go. And it's just a dream. I've been living there for almost off and on for 23, 4 years, and full time for 17, 18 years.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and yeah, it's a beautiful place. And so the top corner here, Galiano Island with the woman sitting there, that's called the Bluffs. And it is a piece of land that was donated by the trust many years ago, so nobody can ever develop it.
Oh.
And it's got the most spectacular views of all
Mm,
of the Gulf Islands from the top there, as you can see. And when you stand up, there's more all to the sides. So this used to be, and it still is, one of my favorite places to go read a book, to play my flute, to just
mm,
hang out. And you often see eagles and ravens and turkey vultures flying above. And it's just a really magical place. And then down below, where is my finger? Right there. These are the caves. And so
ooh,
Galiano is known for these, again, this rocks that have this granular structure that creates incredible forms. It looks like from
mm,
another planet, like Mars. And so
mm,
this is one of the main caves that people like to go to and visit. And my first experience at that cave, I play the flute, the First
mhm.
Nations cedar flute, and I started playing my flute, and I got an answer from the island across from me. Somebody played the flute. It literally traveled across the water. So for me, this place has a huge magical tone to it for me, because then we played back and forth for like 15, 20 minutes. I have no idea who that person was. They don't know who I was, but we serenaded across the ocean, which was really, really sweet. So that's the Retreat Cove Caves. And
Wow.
then to this side here, I thought can see that that's called Montague Beach, and that's the
Mm,
other major tourist site and a campground there. They have a 3,000-year-old white shell beach.
wow.
Yeah, it's a dream. It's just so
Wow.
beautiful. And they have a beautiful walking trail around the whole harbor as well. So you can either hang out on the beach. It's a beautiful long white beach from the white
Mhm,
shell. It's easy to walk into, easy to swim into, which you don't always get that in the West Coast.
mhm.
Often
Yeah.
there's barnacle covered rocks, and there's not a lot of
Mhm,
sand in a lot of the places, but this one is beautiful, easy to walk in. A
mm,
few temperatures colder than the other beaches on the island. We do have a few others that are really beautiful. Pebble Beach, Morningside Beach, Mackenzie Beach. So if you like beaches, this is your island.
Wow.
Galiano is actually known as the Hawaii of Canada because Galiano is the most temperate zone of all Canada.
Oh.
We don't get snow like other people do.
Oh, you're missing out. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. If we get snow, it might be in January, February for maybe a week or two. That's it. Otherwise, the coldest it gets here in the winter might be -7. Not -7, and then when it goes in those 2 weeks, it'll be like -6 or 7, right? So, but
wow.
generally 7 degrees all winter long, which is really beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ron wants to know, besides the eagles, what other animals on the island?
Deer and raccoon and mink and otters. And then we have lots of seals. And yeah, no bears, no cougars, no nothing. We're really lucky with that. Vancouver Island, that's about an hour and a half away from us. They have wolves and cougars and bears. We don't. Every now and then, every few years, a cougar swims across to the north end.
Oh.
And because we have a lot of deer, so he knows that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
looking through the binoculars,
yeah,
like I can see all that.
Yum, yum, yum. Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes people say they've seen cougar tracks in the north end, but the cougar always seems to go back to the island where it came from.
Wow.
Yeah. And so it's a really spectacular place. And this middle picture here, that is my retreat center, which is a destination that people like to come to as well. Right on the water, really beautiful. Like I call it the Harry Potter castle in the sky. It's pretty amazing. And the former owners who developed it, they created this magical place, and we're so blessed to have taken it over.
Wow.
And so and then up above here, the top one, that's, you can't really see it as much, I don't think, but it's just a picture of the two islands, Main Island and Galiano Island, and a boat going through. Okay. So it's a really, really beautiful, beautiful vista view, aerial view. Wow. Yeah, and one of the beautiful perks about Galiano is we have attracted many gourmet chefs and bakers to open up shop. And I'm a foodie. I love good food. And so we have one restaurant that everybody loves to go to is called Babes in the Woods. And it's an amazing story behind it because she was a single mom with 2 twins. And she used to walk up and down the island. She worked somewhere. And then she got inspired to create her own restaurant. And now she's a top tier restaurant on Galiano, making pizzas and quesadillas and soups. And so she's a really beautiful tribute to, women that are single moms, and trying to make it something work. And she made it work, and she is excessively succeeding. And her food is extraordinary, and it hasn't changed since she opened it. Like the quality is, and that's sometimes what happens with restaurants. Right? They're awesome in the beginning, but then as they get comfortable, they kind of, they don't.
Yeah. Or they hire, they hire people out, and then it's not they're like, oh my gosh, I have this business to run now, so I'm going to go run the business and not actually do the cooking, which is what I actually wanted to do in opening up a restaurant.
Exactly. So she still does the cooking. She has an assistant, but she still does the cooking. And then we have the Pilgrim, right? That gourmet farm to table restaurant. We have Oxeye. It's a farm to table cafe. Awesome cafe of coffees, sandwiches, everything locally derived, which is really cool. And another one, Folia, and she's more vegan, and she makes the best cinnamon butter focaccia bread you've ever had in your life. It's just like, and she imports her flour from Italy, so it doesn't have all the GMOs like we have, right? It doesn't have all of the, the glutinous nature, like ours is more glutinous, right? So it just melts in your mouth. Right? Yeah. And then we have so many beautiful restaurants here. I could go on and on. I don't want to take too much of the segment, but Galiano Island, if anybody's looking for, a way to get out of the hustle and bustle, it's beautiful. And we got other hotels. There's a lot of beautiful places to stay. I'm just one of many beautiful places. And it's 55 minutes from Vancouver.
That's awesome.
It's a great way to de-stress and come over and go back in time, really, is what you're doing when you come here. Yeah.
Good morning, Danny.
Good morning, Danny.
Glad to have you here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's super awesome. What a neat, yeah, what a neat place. I'm like, I need to go, a little vacation.
Yeah. And oh, one of the perks of our place is we have a cliffside jacuzzi that overlooks the water and the island across. It
Okay.
is spectacular. And we have a bathtub in the cliff that has hot water and is insulated. So in the wintertime, we offer bubble baths on the cliff. And we have a creek that runs through. And so you got a waterfall cascading around the tub and the ocean. And it's just, yeah, it's pretty magical.
Hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on over. Yeah.
Yeah. Super awesome. Definitely sounds, and yeah, sounds like an actual vacation.
Yes, it is. You really decompress as soon as you're on the island. Within like an hour, you're like, oh, wow. It's like all of the noise and all the bustle and
Hmm.
hustle just washes off your body, and you recalibrate into your nervous system in a completely new way that's been forgotten because we're so in the hustle and bustle when we're in this city, right?
Yeah, the energy, boy. I mean, the energy is a big deal with
Hmm.
all of
Hmm.
those things, and it feels different. You get into those different places, and
Hmm.
you can feel the energy change. I mean,
Yeah,
even just getting out into the forest, and in a lot of
totally.
different places.
Yeah, you can do a lot of forest bathing there, a lot of great
Yeah.
hikes. We have a Mount Galiano, and you can hike up to the top, and you have like almost full round panoramic view.
Mm,
It's stunning. Yeah. So
mm,
hikers, cyclists,
mm,
foodies, nature lovers, meditators, people who are on a more of a introverted, self-reflective
mhm,
life, then
mhm.
it's just the perfect place to come and really.
Yeah, unicyclists. You have unicyclists on the island.
I haven't seen a unicyclist yet. I did see one yesterday
Oh,
when I was driving. One was driving right in front of me, and they were going pretty darn fast. They were going like 55. I was impressed.
on a unicycle?
Yeah, it was like a one of those one wheel things, and he even had lights
Oh,
and everything in the back. But he's
oh, okay.
standing on one of those one wheel
Yeah,
things, right?
yeah, an
So,
electric. Yeah,
electric unicycle. Yeah,
that's cheating. That's
yeah,
not really
yeah.
riding a
But I
unicycle.
was impressed how fast he went. I'm like, oh my god, it's like
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was pretty cool.
yeah. I'm gonna have to bring my unicycle up and come ride. I mean, if you
Oh,
got trails, then
beautiful,
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah, make a unicycle documentary of you going up there.
Ooh,
Because the
yeah.
hills, the hills are really steep on Galiano. So
Oh,
you got to be real strong. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Biking trails, or do a
No, it's
lot of
just on
people?
the side of the road, but we get
Yeah.
like every
Oh,
every
okay.
weekend. Now we're in the slower season, so we're busy more on the weekend. So we get bicycle companies that bring people in a truck with their bicycles,
Mm-hmm.
and they ride all the way to the north end, and they ride all the way back, and they
Mm.
make little stops along the way. And in the summer, we're just full of cyclists the whole summer long. It's incredible.
Wow.
They've discovered us. It used to
Wow.
be maybe two or three bicycles when I first came over. They would be on the ferry, and now it's like 30 or 40 bicyclists on the main weekends or in the summer. It's grown a
Mm.
lot. There is actually when I first moved there, sometimes during the week when I'd be on the ferry, I would be the only person during the week. The
Wow.
whole ferry, I'd have the whole ferry to myself.
Wow. You're like,
And
thank you guys. Nice custom personalized ride for me.
yeah, yeah,
Mm.
exactly. It's so fun. Now that never happens anymore.
Oh,
It's busy
yeah.
throughout the whole week now. Yeah.
The
Good
good
for
and
the
the
kids.
bad with
Yeah.
all of the areas that grow. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is so perfect. And also it probably is better for us to have a little more business
Oh,
to make things
absolutely.
more
It,
sustainable.
it's like it's always the this and
Yeah.
that, right? Both realities coexist
Yeah.
at the same time, when we find our way to coexist with those realities, the best way to make the
Yeah.
best of it. And it's a beautiful thing. I get to meet a lot of beautiful people, and of course, it's great for my business as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, growing is definitely good. And speaking of growth, you can definitely follow us, follow the show, follow all of us, all of the places. If you're watching right now, you're watching probably on Kick or YouTube or Twitch or Rumble. Is it Rumble? I think, yes, I think that's right. I'm You can call me out if I'm wrong on all these things, because I'm an amateur working on being a professional.
Oh, you're
But
great.
you can watch live on those, on all of those places, and you probably are right now, of course. Correct, Ron says. I did it right. Yes. And then also you can watch after the fact. We upload the shows for a podcast, and you can watch on Spotify and Red Circle, iHeartRadio. It's at RI Broadcasting, and we would love to have you follow us in all of those places. Leave a review. I mean, just come find us. Find us in all of the places, and then the social media. We're on all the social media. U42, Space Hay, Parlor, Gab, MeWe, TikTok, LinkedIn, Blue Sky, and all the rest. And I have to mention, I don't know if Ron has a graphic for this, but we're on Nostr too, or Ron's on Nostr. I mean, we're big time in the world. And then of course X, or their terrible rebrand. Oh, sorry. Sorry Twitter, but yeah, find us there, and then come follow us on Facebook. Facebook is, I mean, we're working on growing this. We want to be live on Facebook. That's but we need the people. We need the folks. We need everyone
to come on down.
Yeah, come on down. Show us some love, some follows. We'll, and so Facebook, Going On Daily Morning Show. And then you can come to the website. Also, Rhode Island Broadcasting. I'm missing something. I know I'm missing something. Oh, and Patreon as well. And Patreon, you can get the mug. And on the website, yes, RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net. Vote for the Hall of Fame. What is your favorite? What's your vote? What are you voting for? Grease, Jaws, Rocky, Saturday Night Fever, The Godfather. I mean, I'm sure that everybody thinks that there should be a different one and whatever, and maybe we'll have another different one. But right now, you got to vote on these. That's what we got right now. We have to know. We have to know who the favorite is. So RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net, and Grease right now is in the lead.
Yeah, I'm inclined to vote for Grease myself, although I love several of those movies, but Grease is my all-time favorite. I remember when I was a little girl and I saw it in the theater, I was like, oh my God. And I still have that feeling. I still love it. That imprint is in me.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I struggle. It probably would maybe be Grease for me as well. I'm kind of torn on that, but yeah, it's a good one. I mean, they're all good ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, go vote. Go vote. We want to know. We got to know. Inquiring minds and all of this. So and then where can everyone come find you, Luannah?
They can find me on Facebook under Luannah Victoria. And my website, soulspectivesinstitute.com. So it's like perspective, but soulspectivesinstitute.com. And for the retreat center, it's serenitybythesea.com. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Very awesome. And you can find me at Kyle Miller Coaching on all the different socials, including Nostr, and then also KyleMillerCoaching.com. You can come schedule an appointment, talk with me, reach out, all of those things. Love to have you follow us all of the different places. Follow us around the internet. We're all over the internet. So yes, boy, I mean, that's really the question. I mean, there's some skepticism in that face, I think. Do you really want that? Is that really what you want? I'll start off really calling myself out here because and a little judgment, and I'm working through all the shame of saying all of this out loud online right now, but I had noticed over the last little bit here that that baby has serious questions. Yeah. I mean, it probably looking at me. I'm like, okay, it's all right. So I noticed how many people, and this was something I was paying attention to a lot, but noticing all the people that were avoidant, and if you know anything about attachment styles and insecure attachment, avoidant people, and there's a few of them out there in the world, but I was focusing a lot on this. I'm like, oh my gosh, all of these avoidant people around me, and I keep running into more avoidant people. And what I realized is the focus that I had was on that. And so of course I know no avoidance issues. Ron's not avoidant at all. He's not avoiding this conversation or anything else. He's right in there. I think he's fueling it for me a little bit. But the really the awareness was that I'm focusing on things that I don't really want, and that's really what I wanted to talk about is so many people focus on the things that they don't want, and they talk about them, they put energy into them, and so of course they have all of these things that they don't want in their lives. And some of this is, it's the law of attraction, or law of energetics, if you want to look at that. I mean, all of those things.
And quantum physics, the observer changes what we look at. So if we keep looking at something through the same lens, we're going to keep getting the same thing that we're looking at and the way we're looking at it. Totally.
It's very true. So and I always look at those things as, it's always a reflection back to me. When I am seeing things out in the world, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want this. That makes complete sense. Yes. Then it does. It's just the hard part is all of the emotional stuff behind it, because like me talking about, calling myself out here online for everyone to see.
But that's beautiful, because you're reflecting the natural humanity, right? Like the problem with our society is nobody feels safe to do that. So it's a beautiful thing that you're doing. No shame needed, if I can just pitch in, because this is the real talk that we need. It's awesome. Thank you.
People have a problem not focusing on negative. And in a lot of ways, I mean, boy, talk about a way to avoid doing the work of what you actually want, or how you want to show up in the world, or working through the actual problems in our lives. That's the negative. It carries a lot of weight, and so if we continue to focus on it, well, we don't have to focus on any of the real problems or real things that we want to accomplish in our lives. And so I think it's a huge thing for us to really pay attention to what it is that we're thinking about, what's consuming our minds, because what's consuming our minds is really what we get in our reality.
Completely. We have they say scientifically, over 60,000 thoughts a day. And the reason it's hard for us to actually create the reality we want is because they're like wild stallions, all scattered. And very few of them are aligned in the direction where we want to go. So that's why mastering our mindset, mastering our thinking, really, and tuning in, like you're saying, what do I really want? And I need to be aware of the other, but not have it in the spotlight, that's all my attention, right? But we're kind of addicted to that, because it's negative bias. Our biology wants to look at the negative to feel safe. So it's a very intricate mechanism in us to break free of that.
And becoming the observer, which which I love, journaling and all kinds of other different mindful practices and everything, which allows us to actually take the time to think about what we are thinking about. We also need to open our minds more. That's absolutely. So
I have a sticker that when I opened up my practice on the island, I guess it's already like 15 years ago, I had it at the door, and it said, "You don't have to believe everything you think," with a smiley face. And that's the thing. We buy into our thoughts so wholeheartedly until we develop what you're saying, that observation, so I can see, well, who's thinking the thought? Is that coming from a program, a fear, a filter? or is it actually a thought that's like building me and leading me forward? Right. So yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Our themes are going to really link together today. It's really cool. I'm excited.
Yeah. I was guilty. I got to see what Luannah was going to talk about, and I was like, oh, this is going to be good. I'm going to do this. So yeah, paying attention, and this is a process and a practice. It's not something that we ever, I mean, closed-mindedness really takes a toll in society because we can't accept other people's thoughts and opinions. Yeah. And that's, I mean, boy, it's so much easier to focus on what everyone else is doing wrong and what they should do and what, all of the things with their lives than to come back and focus on our own lives. But the beauty, I think, in doing that, especially when you become aware that that's what you're doing, is it's pretty much always a reflection back to something going on in your life that you probably don't want to face. I mean, none of us want to face. I don't want to face all my stuff, So, but the process and the practice of doing this, and we only gain the awareness when we do.
Absolutely. And I'd like to put a little thought in there, because this is something that I discovered, I guess it was in my mid-20s or late 20s, is that my soul wants to evolve. So when I connect to my soul, it has an appetite for the change and the healing. But our soul has become so nipped and tucked to fit in or to survive that we don't really know how to connect to that essence of us, our natural essence. If people don't relate to soul, we can say that natural essence of us that got interrupted.
Yeah.
But once we make the shift out of the patterning and programs of our thinking and the survival, once we cross that threshold, then the hunger and the joy of the transformation takes place. But it's a threshold.
Yeah.
I mean, and I speak from experience, it's no longer arduous. Yes, there are pain points. Yes, there are struggles. But once you get to a point of observation and have the tools to navigate my mind, then even the process is still awesome, right? There's an energy because we can feel the release. But getting there, that's like the first miles, the first reps, right? The first attempts. We feel the tearing muscles. It feels like, no, I don't want to get up and do that again. Why am I going to do that again? That's torture, right?
Yeah.
But when we get past the threshold, then it becomes a joyful, really experience, even with the hardness, without negating the hardness. It's not like, oh, butterfly's happy. It's like, no, okay, I can still find joy. That still exists in this field, and I'll use that to get me through, rather than pitching a tent in my stuff, right?
Yeah. Good morning, Becky.
Hey, Becky.
Ron said, I think of the quote, when you point your finger at something, there are three pointing back at you.
Exactly. Yeah, it's one of my favorite expressions.
Yeah. It's very true. Yeah, and I think I always describe it as a roller coaster, because when we're coming into it, everything seems awful and terrible, and it's and then we get through one layer, I suppose you could say, or one level, and it's like, oh my gosh, everything opened up and my life is incredible and all of these wonderful things, and then we hit the next
another level,
and then and it feels like, oh, I'm going to get thrown off of the roller coaster now, and it's just that same, which is why I say it's a process and a practice, because
totally, I liken it to a video game. Right?
Oh yeah.
Like there's levels, right? And we master level 1, and then we go to level 2. We bring what we mastered in level 1, but then we got to learn to master a whole bunch of other things because we mastered 1. And life is a process of that.
Yeah.
As long as we live, we're going to be learning, we're going to be growing, we're going to be touching into stuff, and expanding our wholeness. And when I can view it as that game, and I'm like, okay, so I'm at the next level, then I can anticipate, okay, I just passed through a threshold. Okay, I can prepare myself in my mind, say, okay, there might be a challenge down the road that's going to reactivate that on a different level, from a different angle, in a different context. And then I have to learn how to bring that in that I learned before into that new situation. And this is how we grow and evolve, like the rings on a tree we get. stronger and more solid. And
Yeah. Super, super good. So Ron says, wondering why I can't see Becky's comments on Restream. So I don't know. I saw Becky's first comment. I don't know if she commented again. I don't see anything either. So maybe she's hollering at us, telling that we're all wrong about all of this. I don't know.
I haven't seen her comments yet.
Yeah. No, just that one. Good morning, Christy. Glad you came on. Groundhog Day, Ron. So yeah, moving on. Oh my gosh, and we have a treat for you. We have Ron he's gonna sneak. He's sneaky on in here in momentarily. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Phone in hand. Oh.
How are you?
Good.
Awesome.
First of all, I got to say, Luannah, that sounds like it would be just an absolute amazing vacation because it looks like you can actually relax there.
You can. Yeah, it is.
And that spot you have for your retreat. Oh my, what an incredible view that is.
Oh yeah. And it's a really magical serendipity how it all happened. I'll maybe share it on another show, but dreams can come true even when you think they can't. I think that'll be one of my themes because this was my dream, and the way all the serendipities that made it happen. Wow. It's just incredible. So I'm just so grateful to be there. And
so I came because I needed to be here for today because today is Jim Henson's birthday.
Oh, the Dark Crystal.
Right. So I thought it would be really appropriate today to go a little off of what I normally do for my top fives, and I decided to do Ron's top 5 Muppets.
Oh, that's
now. People should prepare themselves because these are my favorites. This is not which one is the best. This is my personal favorites list.
So if anybody's wondering,
there's going to be some that are going to be left off this list. People are not going to be happy with.
Yeah, okay. I'm impressed, Ron, because I think you can bring hate and discontent into any topic.
Yes. I can, and I have this thing when I do the sports show. When I do the sports show, we have this little thing that we keep track of Christmas cards lost. I've been known to lose a few Christmas cards each episode. Just saying. Not saying anything that isn't true. But I do lay casualties along the way.
And you seem to have a certain tone of relishing in it, which is...
I actually do, because when somebody gets offended by it, I actually enjoy it.
I think it's a test. Yeah, it's a test for everyone. Come on, join Ron here, and then see. Are you going to be angry today, or are you?
That's what I like.
Yeah,
like
are
that.
you just gonna enjoy it?
If I ruin your day, and I know Becky does that once in a while on Mondays, but if I'm like on the sports show and I ruin somebody's day because I'm quite blunt about, a certain player or a certain team, whoever, that's on you. If you get upset by it, that's not on me.
That's true. It fits into your topic, Kyle. It's exactly, but it fits into everything. Like we're all responsible for our choice of response.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, people are more than welcome to post the things that they like on, when I do a top 5, and I always encourage that because you really shouldn't insult the list unless you provide a list.
Totally.
That's fair. Yeah.
So
totally fair.
Your rebuttal as viewers, just put in the comments, well, my top 5 is this. And then I can get that.
Yeah.
Because you can't insult and then not throw out who should be there, right?
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. So, but either way, I enjoy when they get upset, so it doesn't matter. All right, so my top 5 Muppets, and I love this. There's so many great ones, right? And I know, like on a lot of lists, Sam the Eagle is listed on a lot of those lists. But I don't really know Sam the Eagle very well.
Oh, I didn't even remember him until you mentioned it now, actually. Yeah. It didn't even pop in my head. Yeah.
And that's the case. You know, it's like if you don't remember Sam the Eagle, then he doesn't belong on the list. Period.
Right.
Got to be memorable for one. So no Sam the Eagle. I did not put Scooter or Dr. Teeth or Sweetums. I don't even have Snuffleupagus on my top 5.
Oh, I love Snuffleupagus. Really?
Great, right? I loved him, but he didn't make my honorable mentions either. So it didn't.
No way.
Nope. Big Bird didn't make it.
No way.
Beaker, Janice, the Swedish Chef.
Beaker didn't make it? Are you serious?
Did not make it. Oh, I'm serious.
No.
I'm serious.
What about
Ralph,
the Swedish cook?
Ralph the dog didn't make it. No Ralph. No Elmo. No Miss Piggy.
No. Oh my gosh.
No Rizzo.
Who did you choose?
So, all right. So my honorable mentions, were the ones that were good enough to grace this list with their expertise in Muppetry. I have Gonzo as an honorable mention.
Oh, love Gonzo. I agree. I'm surprised he's only in the honorable mentions, though. That he's not.
Yeah. He couldn't touch the list.
Cookie Monster is he in the top 5?
The difference between number 5 and Gonzo is so large, it's not even comparable. Fozzie Bear is also an honorable mention.
Wow, I remember Fozzie Bear.
Fozzie Bear's very popular, very popular. And come on, you gotta love Statler and Waldorf, the two up in the balcony.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh my God, those guys are so funny, so funny.
Yeah,
right.
Funny.
Honorable mention. Yeah. They're great.
Yeah.
Kermit the Frog here. He only made honorable mention. Like,
no way.
Honorable mention. The only one of all the mainstays, like the really, the popular stuff.
Oh my gosh. I have no idea.
Honorable mention was my number 6, my bubble Muppet, Animal.
Oh, he was funny with the
Animal is so awesome. I love Animal, right? He's so awesome, but he just couldn't sneak in there. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
Wow. Amazing.
All right. Here it comes. Top 5. Number 5. The Count Von Count has to be in the countdown, right? He has to be in there. It's designed for him.
Yeah.
It's designed. Number 4. Bert and Ernie. They used to be my favorites for the longest time.
I love them too.
But they have dropped in the rankings, because I just grew on others, more after that. I used to have that yellow rubber ducky too when I was a little boy.
Oh. Yeah, I love rubber
So
ducky.
it made sense that Bert and Ernie were like really one of my favorites. Number 3, the guy in the trash can, Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar.
Oh my God! I mean, some people do compare me to him. Just saying.
He's a great archetype.
I don't think I'm that grouchy though. I don't see it. Some people do, funny. But I don't know. Number 2, you had mentioned it before, Luannah. Of course, the Cookie Monster has to be on there.
I'm relieved. At least he's in the top 5.
Number 2, Cookie Monster loves cookies. I love cookies. He is like my long lost brother.
Oh, nice.
So, absolutely, number 2, Cookie Monster, the greatest invention known to Muppetry, right there. I think he's the best, with what he does. But there is one that just is so super that he has to have like this. He is the guy on the Mount Rushmore for me, the Muppet, and that is Grover, right here.
Grover,
especially Super Grover. Oh,
Super Grover! Oh my God, I totally forgot. But yes, Super Grover. He was hilarious.
Super Grover is
I agree
way ahead of everybody else. It's not even close. As soon as you talk about Muppets, I'm thinking right then on the spot. I'm thinking of Super Grover and just all the other Grover segments that have been on Sesame Street. And I absolutely love Grover.
I don't know how I forgot about him, but now that you said it,
there's no way you can forget about him.
In. Yeah, wow.
So that was my top 5. I mean, do you have favorites? Who's your favorites? Kyle, you look stunned.
I love the chef too. Smorgasbord. He was so fun.
Most of them are really good.
And Beaker was hilarious.
I find like Miss Piggy and Big Bird to be annoying.
That's so funny. My mom actually made me a Miss Piggy stuffed doll, like when I was a kid.
Yeah, I just found them so annoying, and I couldn't.
So Christy,
I liked almost everybody else.
Christy says British slang to call someone a Muppet means they are stupid, foolish, or incompetent person, implying they lack initiative and need direction. My British manager would call us all Muppets every day.
No way.
Yeah, no, that is so true. That is so true. So, Christy, how about putting your favorite Muppets down? I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
I couldn't not do this. It's silly.
That's so fun. Oh, beautiful.
I loved the Dark Crystal though. Muppets.
The Dark Crystal was a really spectacular one. I liked the witch. What was her name? Olger. What was it? The one with the eye? She could take her eye out. She was hilarious.
Oh my god. No, it's like they're instilled in life forever.
Yes.
Right? I mean, there's never going to be a moment, I don't think, from now until, whenever time stops for humans, that there'll always be Muppets, involved in something, and I remember Fraggle Rock, which was actually pretty good too, So it's like Grover, the monster at the end of this book. So I like Grover. I love Grover. So that's always a good choice. Look, that's, it's always going to be around. The Muppets, they go in and out of popularity, but they're never gone. Never.
Yeah.
Never go.
No, they're forever. Yeah.
So that's what I figured I'd bring to you guys. So
that was fun. That was fun getting all these memories back.
Yeah, have a great rest of the show, and hope everybody enjoyed that.
Yeah,
thank you.
Awesome. So now jumping right in. Oh my gosh. So 4 secrets to endure love, happiness, and freedom.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be enduring, but I think he was like making, let's endure it, right? He put one of his little Ron-isms in there, right? But the title is actually 4 secrets to enduring love, right? Happiness and freedom. And these are the things we're all seeking.
Yeah.
We all want this. They sell products because that's what we want. We consume excessively because that's what we want. We think things will bring us happiness. We want to have the love relationship. We want to have the sense of freedom. And the thing is that we actually already have that within us when we cultivate it.
Yeah.
Right. So it's about going inward to my relationship with myself and my relationship to life and how I relate to life and the experiences that happen to me.
Yeah.
Right. And in that, there's no negating the hardship and the suffering. It's there. I've been at the pit of despair multiple times in my life, and I brought myself out through these 4 contemplations that really helped me to come to a balance, so that when I get hit by something, which is inevitable, as long as we're alive, we're going to get triggered, we're going to get hit by stuff. It is a part of the process of learning and growing, and it's a part of the dynamics of being human. So I just say that at the get-go. This is normal. It's not like I don't have moments, right? I have moments, but then because I've spent a long time mastering my own mindset, I can say this really works in a time where a trigger would like flip me off in a second, right? Then it doesn't do that anymore. Now I can do the pause, I can do the observation, I can become present. And so ultimately this is the path to true love, happiness, and freedom is know thyself, self-mastery, know life. How do I connect to life? Because how I connect to myself and life is how I'm going to connect to another person.
Well, I think this was perfect too. Fits right into the show because everybody got all fired up and angry about Ron's top 5 probably, and then now you get to help them work through it.
Yeah. So there's 4. I'm going to call them 4 contemplations, right? Because I'm more about reflective teaching.
Yeah.
Not dogmatic or saying this is that. Although there are a few themes in life that it's just the universal laws, and that is what it is. But so these are reflections I want to invite people to explore, right? To build more love and happiness, even in the dark moments, and maybe even through the dark moments. Because I can really, truly say that every painful moment has actually deepened my joy, not as a platitude, not as a hyperbole, but it took a lot of work. It wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I represent that too, for sure.
Right. And so to bring that humanity, it's not easy. And everybody says, but it's hard. It's like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. But what's important is it's possible.
Yeah. I say often that because people will say, everything happens for a reason. And I'm like, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. But I do believe absolutely that we can make meaning out of everything that happens.
Absolutely. Bingo, Kyle. We are meaning makers.
Yeah.
We are each in our own virtual reality of seeing life through the filters, through our nervous system that has imprints of past and projections of future. And rarely are we present. So the 4 secrets I want to share are all about building the capacity to be present. Because when we're present, love is present always. There's miracle and magical moments everywhere. Like life is awesome.
Yeah.
Right? It truly is when we're in the moment. And we all know it. When we're in the moment of joy, we're like, yeah, life is great. Right? Yeah. And then when we crash, we're like, oh my God, it's horrible. And the thing is to find that middle point where we can embrace both. So that's the duality, the principle of duality and paradox. That's the first one.
Yeah.
When we can come into congruent alignment within our own self of understanding this is a part of life.
Ron says, if you tell us the secrets, it's not a secret anymore.
Exactly. I'm trying to break the secrets so people can actually learn and grow and heal. Right. So it's not so then exactly right. So duality, what creates suffering in me is when I don't get what I want, and then I create a story about why I didn't get what I want.
Yeah.
And then I feed that story. So like you're saying, you're focusing on what you don't want.
Yep.
Right. So just drawing, like dipping into your conversation so we can bring this as a whole conversation. Right. So if something doesn't work out for me, my response to that is going to direct how I feel. It's going to immediately affect my body chemistry.
Yep.
And then my body chemistry is going to support whatever I choose to focus on. Ron's making some comments again, right? Or
No, it's I was like, yep, it's always our fault. Actually, much as I mean,
but even if I would like to say like not even our fault, but it's within our power to choose, right? And that is the next secret is our power to choose, to realize that I can see that yes, I didn't get what I wanted, or this isn't working out, but I can put in the thought, okay, well, instead of why is this happening to me, what is this redirecting me towards? Or what are possibilities that I can create out of this, even though this is all messed up, but there's something I can create because we're creators. We're born creators.
Yeah.
We're creating our life anyways.
Yeah.
We're creating our misery and we're creating our joy. Like I think I shared last week, a Zen statement says 10 minutes sad, 10 minutes happy. We create. So recognizing we have that choice. And again, it doesn't negate the moments we feel real emotions. It's not about I chose to tell the secrets. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So it's not about dehumanizing our process. It's about actually humanizing it more.
Yeah.
By as we're going deep into whatever it is we're processing, we can also simultaneously grow up and higher.
Yeah.
Right. So the despair, the trauma, it actually, when we have the guidance and we know how to navigate it, it actually can dig deep roots
Yeah.
of comprehension and compassion and humility and love.
Yeah.
That then enables us to grow and to use everything.
Yeah. I talk about allowing. I mean, because so much of this is it's all a game of allowing all of these things to happen in our lives and allowing ourselves to work through it.
And allowing it to be what it is, because as long as we're in non-acceptance, we can't change anything.
Yep. Yeah.
And then instead of being caught in, why isn't this working, or why didn't this, I did everything, be curious and say, why didn't it work? Right? It's the same question.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just from a whole different perspective.
Yep.
Right? The one is sinking me deeper into my self-despair and maybe my own hidden patterns of not feeling worthy and lovable, which is where that will bring me to, right? And I'm an expert in that. My key thing was rejection in my life, working through that. And so I had a lot of self-beliefs of not being lovable, something being wrong with me, not being worthy. So these have been my grindstones that I've been working with in my life. We all have different ones. I call them my masters and majors, right? Rejection is my masters and my major. I've got a lot of other sub-subjects, but those were my master and major, right? And so, but when we can meet that with the perception, okay, what is this wanting to create? Right? Like two sticks rubbing together, right? Wayne and Garth aren't still
not worthy. Wayne's World.
Oh, Wayne's World. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's too funny. Oh, I forgot about that show. That was hilarious. Right? So the power of choice, to be able to choose, right? And realize I do have that power in this moment. Yes, I feel this way, but is the way I'm choosing to think about it helping me to move forward?
Yeah.
Is it helping me evolve? These were questions I started asking myself in my 20s. Is my thinking evolving me forward, or is it keeping me stuck?
Yeah.
And sinking me deeper. And it's like reps in the work. It's like, it's hard in the beginning, but once you build the base muscle, you get better at it. It's easier, right?
Yeah.
The third secret is humor. Cultivating humor and play in the journey. Yeah. When we can, feel what we need to feel, but stop taking ourselves so darn seriously. Like it's the end of the world, right? Yeah. My Kahuna elder, he says, you come from the light, you're going to return to the light, take it easy, right? Learn to play, learn to use the journey to play. And again, it's not negating the hardness, but it's giving a way through. Yeah. Right? Yeah. She knows the secret. Yeah. So humor is huge. Yeah. You've got shift balls, right, Sharon? So holy shift balls. There's your humor, right? It's flipping the seriousness on its head. And though we're wanting to go deep, but we don't need to, Well, and we can like my elder says, he says, get off the cross. We need the wood. That's what my elder says. Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. We need the wood, that heaviness we're carrying. We need to use it for fodder for the fire of our soul to grow rather than carrying it all around us all the time. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Well, and that's, I laugh because sometimes, and not so much in quite a while really, but there are times when I just wallow in my sorrow for however long that is. And I'm much better at not doing that. But then at the same time, being able to laugh about it when I come out, I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, that was like deep into the recesses of all the darkness and everything. I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. Okay, yeah, and it was just, but being able to laugh, and we can use that as a coping mechanism for sure on one side, but we can also use it to release all of the, all of the things that we've gone through too.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's, again, everything has the two
Yeah.
sides. We could use it to avoid, or
Yeah.
we could use it to engage. Right.
Yeah.
And then when we have that playfulness, my elder, he said, if we don't learn to play with our process, we're never going to make it through.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
want to heal, we want to grow, but if we don't bring
Yeah.
playfulness in it, it's not going to work. We need to
Yeah.
have that joy, an access to that joy and playfulness to make it through.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the fourth one is change. When I'm living in an idea, I need to control everything and everything needs to be the same, I create my suffering.
Mm.
Life is like a river. No moment repeats itself. And
Well,
I either engage that with my fear
yeah.
of letting go, which then creates my suffering, right?
Yeah.
Which creates my pain. Or I really embrace the moments as they come and I let them go so that they can move and grow as well, right? And so embracing that change is inevitable. It is actually the only true constant that's really real.
Yeah.
Change is inevitable. And as long as I'm living in resistance to accepting that, then I am creating an inordinate amount of suffering in myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm basically living against the laws of life.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's, talking about emotions and all of the other things, what really is painful is not whatever the emotions are. I mean, not that some of them are pleasant, but the resistance to those emotions
is
what
and the
is
stories.
Really, yeah. All of that resistance is painful.
Totally. And so for me, what I feel and experience is that when we get just those 4 contemplations and we let them crack us open, like water that gets through rock, right?
Yeah.
Water can smash a whole mountain apart, right?
Yeah.
So to let these contemplations in like that kind of water, and when that happens, we develop a different kind of resilience and a different capacity to meet the moments, which brings us into being present. The former secrets. Yeah, good one. The former secrets. I love that. Yeah. Right. So the whole reason to cultivate these awarenesses and these contemplations is because it will bring us into the present moment more, where we're no longer in reaction to either the past or the future, fear of future, regrets of the past, fear of the future. We land in the present moment where our power is to create and to influence and affect ourselves and our direction forward. And in that, there is joy, love, and happiness.
Yeah.
In that experience. And so when I create that in myself, then I bring that everywhere I am. And I bring that into my relationship. Yeah. And I can say, I live this with my husband. This is what we do. So it's not just like this is an idea. I had it as an idea and everybody said, that's impossible. You're never going to find that. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But it is possible when we come into our own self, because then we emit a different frequency. Then magnetizes and attracts that frequency within us. So we're working through all of our own snag points inside, and our dualities and our inconsistencies and our incongruencies, and even just being engaged in that already lifts our frequency to a different level. Yeah.
Ron says duality is always the hardest to understand, which is because it comes back to our society and everything else where everything's black and white. It's one way or the other. And it's like, no, not actually,
No, there's gradations between, right? And we're all, we all have, we have light and dark. We have, the whole universe shows us that life is duality, but we've come so far away from living connected to nature. Yeah. That we don't have the examples. What do we have in cities? We have blocks. We have cement blocks in streets, and we don't have anything living. Yeah. Right? Like Thoreau said, nature is the truest reflection of our true nature. Yeah. So to just breathe and realize, wow, how are we supposed to gain these insights if we're living in boxes? Yeah. If we're not getting into nature for forest baths, if we're not, inquiring into these contemplations that can bring us into at least our own inner Garden of Eden, basically, right? So that's the secrets there for me. The key elements. And I just need these 4 and to build on those 4 and develop them deeper and deeper through each situation I encounter. And then I'm creating my own love, my own joy, and my inner freedom. And we have that freedom to choose, right? So those are the thoughts that I was playing with this week and wanted to share here. Every time I have a topic, it's like something triggers the thought during the week and experience. And I'm like, I think I'm going to talk about that, right?
Yeah. Ron says some are unfortunately truly living in boxes. And I disagree with you, Ron. Unfortunately, sorry about that. But I don't think some is probably actually the accurate word.
Okay, you're gonna say.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
There's far more many than some.
And the thing is why do we live in a box? Because it feels safe. So every room we enter, we're like, am I safe? Am I safe? Am I safe?
Yeah.
Every phone call, am I safe? Am I safe? Am I safe? When we go live here, am I safe? Am I safe? Am I safe? There's always that prime directive, because that prime directive made us survive to this point.
Yeah.
But it's time to stop letting that prime directive rule everything, right?
Yeah.
So the frontal brain is developing. So that's what we have to do. We have to develop the frontal brain so we can regulate that survival and recognize that, awesome. we have the possibility to take care of our safety and explore and expand and discover and be curious at the same time.
Yeah. The safety within ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's super, super awesome. So moving on quickly here, we're talking about, Pocatello. This is my statement for forever, and I've lived here for 30 plus years in Pocatello, Idaho, and I know that there is someplace better. I just don't know where it is. And I love it here. And it's another one of those things where I'm like, gosh, I would love to have all of the other things that we could have if we had more people, more population, more stuff going on. And also, kind of selfishly, I don't want them here either. which I, it's talk about duality, for sure, right there. But Pocatello, I'll do the quick run through of some of the things, but we have, I'm going to say 100 plus. I don't even know. I don't know how many miles exactly, but right around town, and literally you can get to trails, hiking trails, biking trails, motorcycle trails. You can get to trails within about 5 minutes from anywhere in town. And there are literally 100 plus miles, potentially, access to hundreds of miles of trails that are all interconnected, and so many, you can ride so many of them without ever touching pavement, so you can start on one and they interconnect to this one and that one and this other one, and you could ride, I'm sure, connecting with all of the different trails. You could ride, run, walk 100 miles probably without touching. You'd have to kind of, you'd have to navigate that, but yeah, without ever even touching pavement. And
I want to go to Idaho now.
Yeah. The local ski hill is 30 minutes from really from my door. I can, in 35 minutes, I can go from my front door to sitting on the ski lift. And it's an awesome local mountain, Pebble Creek, and they say, if you can ride Pebble, you can ride anywhere in the world. And it's very true. It's kind of a brutal mountain also, but it's wonderful. And small community. We all support and love each other, show up and give each other hugs when we see each other. But we're nestled kind of right in the middle. And I should also mention for any of the climbers, there's rock climbing right in town. It is, and beautiful place. There's a lot going on there. And then we have Massacre Rocks, which is only, I don't know, half hour. It's really close and huge, lots of climbing, all kinds of things there. And Boise is 3 hours away, and Salt Lake City is about 2.5 hours away. And then, of course, Yellowstone National Park is about 2.5 hours. Yeah, about
Wow.
2.5 hours from, Jackson's about 2.5 hours. So Jackson Hole and all of the mountains there, and
So you're
yeah,
pretty central to a lot of really key, beautiful places, hey?
yeah, there are just so many incredible things. We have, a little town, Lava Hot Springs is about 30 minutes away, and
Ooh,
they have, have hot springs. It's a really cool little town. All
nice.
potato farm about a block away. Yeah, there's definitely some potatoes for sure. But yeah, and all kinds of hot springs that you can go hike to, drive to, that are
Beautiful.
all over the whole state. I mean, there's
Wow.
tons of hot springs that are not, they're not cordoned off. They're on, public land. You can go hike into them. It's
My
yeah.
husband and I love hot springs. We go to a place here on the mainland called Harrison Hot Springs,
Mm,
but a hotel has sort of taken charge, and you have to pay to be in the hotel to go in them now.
oh,
Unfortunately, it's still a nice place,
yeah,
but the whole area is gorgeous. It's like in the mountains. It's Sasquatch land.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's much more to Pocatello, and it's
Beautiful.
and I didn't mention, of course, the Portneuf River that runs right through town, and there are multiple different places where, I mean, there's the walking paths and little parks that are kind of along the river, and then you can put in, whatever you want to float with, tubes or kayaks or paddle boards. You can put in all kinds of different places right here, 5, 10, 15 minutes away, and float the river. And
Wow.
yeah, super awesome community. And as much as I don't want to share it with everyone, I
Here you
also
go.
I want to see everything grow, to some extent. And we really do have one of the best places. And it's not, it's not like $4 million for a little 2-bedroom house in some of those
Right.
places that have, this type of, this type of setup. Some of those
Resources
resort,
of nature
yeah,
around, right? Yeah.
resort type of towns that everything is ridiculously expensive and you can't really live there.
Right.
And yeah, so
Wow,
it's
beautiful. I want
yeah.
to go to Idaho now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty neat. And one of the things that I loved, which is funny, but I loved, because when you drive through on the freeway, we're high mountain desert, and so it kind of looks like crap when you drive through on the freeway.
Okay.
But there's pine forests, that are, I mean, 15 minutes away. there, I mean, so there's all kinds of,
Beautiful.
beautiful things that are right there, even though when you drive through on the freeway and you look around, you're like, this doesn't look that awesome, which I always loved, because I selfishly said it kept the riffraff out. And
Yeah. Gotcha.
but yeah, so it's
Oh,
awesome.
beautiful.
Yeah, really good living here. But yeah, thank you for everyone for coming on live and watching the show and listen to the show afterwards. Looks can be deceiving, is very true, Ron. Yes, for sure. I'm much more beautiful on the inside than I am on the outside. So I'll, and I'll leave everyone with that. But yeah, tomorrow, Thursday, 8 a.m. Mountain Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, Becky and JJ are going to be on. And yeah, appreciate everyone being here, showing all the support, all the
Yeah,
love,
thank you so much.
following us, everyone. And thank you so much to Luannah for being on here. Such
Oh,
a, such a great show today.
thank you. You too, Kyle. Thank you. It was fun to finally do a show
Yeah,
together.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it was
really,
really
really awesome.
awesome. I love
Yeah,
how everything just sort of wove beautifully
yeah,
together. That was
yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Very awesome. So thanks again, everybody. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day.
Likewise. God bless you all. Okay.